Hey guys, it's finally a day off. I got a day off. And what I want to talk about today is the Jussie Smollett case. Yeah. Hey, let's get you unclipped. You're kind of clipped up there, aren't you? You're kind of clipped up. Let me get you unclipped. Here. All right, so Jussie Smollett his charges just mysteriously dropped. And what I currently want to talk about today is the ties to the Democratic plantation and the Democrats, including Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Michelle Obama, George Soros, all of the ties that connect to this. And currently what I believe is this is Kamala Harris and Cory Booker's doing. And the reason they wanted this whole Jussie Smollett thing with the frozen bleach that's impossible in negative degree weather to be carrying around. I mean, just like if I travel 2.5 hours outside of where I'm from in Clinton, Iowa, going to Chicago, it's not a Republican. Nobody's going to be screaming MAGA country with like hoodies on. I don't know, all that crazy stuff. It's not happening. It's not happening. So this was just a ploy for them to have talking points during the 2020 election. Like, look, another racist event, Trump's making America racist again. That's all, and it failed. And the points I wanted to get to was the actual evidence that has come out. And I got notes this time. This is how serious I am about this because I'm a little buzzed. It's my day off, guys. So I do want to present you with some facts, and I get off topic a lot sometimes because my mind wanders like a million miles. So Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel, who is Chief of Staff, he's currently the mayor of Chicago. He was Chief of Staff during the first Obama. This is the same guy that said, never let a good crisis go to waste. Do you remember that? Never let a good crisis go to waste? I believe Hillary Clinton said the same exact thing. How's the audio, guys? Should I take this off? Tell me how it sounds. Should I take it off? Should I take the audio off? Does that sound better? It probably sounds better, yeah. I'm sure the microphone's way better than these cheap-ass headphones. All right. Let me know how that sounds. Does it sound better? I can't see y'all. It sound all right? Whatever. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm sure it's way better than. So Rahm Emanuel, who is the mayor of Chicago, who said never let a good crisis go to waste, just like Hillary Clinton said never let a good crisis go to waste. Sounds good? Okay, not too bad. He even disparaged them for letting this crisis go to waste, and he actually said. What did he say? He said it's horrible that people who are elites can get away with anything. What is he even talking about? I don't even understand what he's talking about because that guy has ruined Chicago. Kim Fox had $408,000 donated to her from George Soros. All right, George Soros has been putting money into local elections for a long time. He's been putting money into local elections such as prosecutors and such like that because they couldn't win the election. It looks like I'm just talking to Adrienne here. That's fine. More people will watch this. That's fine. Don't send notifications out even though I gave a pre-notifier. Look at that little... I need a haircut. So he's been putting money into all these local elections. And here in Florida, we actually had a prosecutor where a guy killed his wife, his little baby, and he actually he killed a police officer, and during the instance, the police officer ripped one of his eyes out before she died. The prosecutor that was paid for by George Soros, who was implanted by George Soros, was pushing that he wasn't going to get the death penalty, and Rick Scott, not that I like him so much, took her off the case because he's like, no, he's going to get the death penalty. See that a lot with all these politicians, like in California. California doesn't want the death penalty now. I wonder why that is. After Jussie Smollett happened, right afterwards, Kamala Harris, they push an anti-lynching bill. Lynching is illegal. Why do we need anti-lynching bills? Nobody is actually lynching people. I wonder. Does that mean that they won't? Oh, if they're treasonous whatsoever, they're gonna get hung no matter what. But it makes you think Are they doing this because they're so treasonous that they think that this law is going to stop them from being hung? I don't know. So Kim Foxx was paid $408,000 by George Soros. The black police commissioner is horrified. He's like, we put all this money into this investigation when we could have been doing other things more importantly. Let alone there was like what 5 felony charges against this guy. There's like 5 different felonies, let alone a federal mail fraud. When you send something in the mail and you say that there are anthrax or whatnot, that's a federal case. So the good thing about this is Trump can't get involved, and he can actually prosecute him federally because that's a federal crime. That right there alone is like 5 to 10 years in prison. I thought this guy was going to get 5 to 10 years in prison, but it escapes me how, I mean, if this doesn't show like the elitism of how people are, and he's on TV. Did you see his interview? He's on TV saying, I'm a victim, and my lord. So the prosecutor struck a deal 2 days of community service. 2 days of community service, and guess who the community service was done with? It was done with, let alone Chicago's own Jesse Jackson, the racist that wants to keep the black people on the Democratic plantation. The one who's in control with the Democratic elite. Yep, all he had to do was 2 days. I think he was like stamping like mail or something, and it's called the Rainbow Push Coalition. You can't make this up, guys. You can't make this up. And he also had to relinquish his $10 bail. Woo! They have evidence of him actually writing checks to people for this whole event. The actors, they thought that was going to be on camera. Kamala Harris and Cory Booker wanted this, and the whole Democratic plantation wanted this to be a talking point in 2020. Like, look, even in Chicago, there's a problem of racism. It's viral, it's rampant, it's this, it's that. It's ridiculous. That's what it is. I can't believe I have one person watching. To that one person watching, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I really do. Because this is important stuff right now, and people need to hear about this type of stuff that's happening. The elite are getting away with things, and it's not only the elite. Imagine if a white person did this. Imagine if I went into Tampa and staged it. Like, these black people came up, they ran up on me, they tried to hang me, Imagine how I would be looked at if everybody thought it was true, and then it wasn't true. I'd be hung in the streets for real. No joke. I'm not kidding. So I already talked about how Soros places a lot of people into local politicians and local elections. He's been doing that for time because they couldn't get their candidate in. Hillary Clinton could not get in, which was Soros funded. So they place all these people into the local elections to try to change locally. And that is what people need to get out on the streets. They need to go to their where their kids go to school. They need to go to the school meetings. They need to actually vote upon these things. And it's funny, like in England, can you imagine this in England? You know how they're pushing the LGBT? I've talked about this many times. If Christians came up in arms about them teaching our kids how to give BJs and how to dress like girls and give anal from like kindergarten to 5th grade, nobody would give a shit. Nobody would give a shit. In England, the Muslims are not having it. They're not having it. And do you know what happened? They stepped down. They're not doing it anymore because all the Muslims came out against it, obviously. So it's funny. Would you ever see that headline? Would you see the headline that Christians detest schools LGBTQ learning or whatever, however you say it? You wouldn't see that. No, it happened with the Muslims though. So Michelle Obama's friend Kim Foxx, which is I think it's state prosecutor or state attorney of Illinois, is the one that got paid $408,000 from George Soros himself. And a week ago, I heard that she was trying to contact Chicago Police Department to actually try to divert this whole investigation to the FBI, the deep state, because the FBI is on their side. Look, Hillary Clinton's still not in prison. Hillary Clinton's not in prison yet. So a friend of Michelle Obama's contacted Kim Foxx and said, please, let's divert this over to the FBI so they can do the investigation. Because Chicago Police Department's kind of pissed right now that they wasted so much goddamn time on this whole thing. Now, federal prosecutions can happen
like I said, because there was a mail crime involved. He actually did say that he sent some sort of harmful material through the mail, which is a federal crime. So the good thing is that Trump can still get on this, and he can still be charged with this. Now, I was going to have a conversation with you guys, but it looks like YouTube doesn't want me to talk to you guys. It looks like, I mean, I don't. There's nobody here. Like, what? I have 1.2 thousand subscribers and nobody's here. This, God, man, I'm sorry, but this is frustrating. I feel like I have 5 subscribers. It makes me feel like I have 5 subscribers. Nobody's talking in the chat. Nothing. Nothing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. This video is going out, so you guys will see it later. I love you guys. This was supposed to be a discussion, but I guess YouTube doesn't want me to hang out with my friends. I love you guys. Born a Hawkeye out.